There's a division between black immigrants and black Americans. This division has not been caused by black Americans, but by black immigrants. As black Americans are fighting for our reparations, I've noticed on Twitter you've had several black immigrants that are speaking against black people in America receiving reparations. These black immigrants should not be surprised that they are getting no support from black Americans. As black Americans have these discussions on Twitter, I notice that these black immigrants come into these rooms asking the stupidest of questions. This FBA thing? What is this, huh? What is this? FBA. What is this? Why don't you go out and work hard? They always come into our rooms pretending to not understand, but yet and still they left their homeland and expect for us to have some type of understanding as to why they fled. You know, it is always these black immigrants that are separating themselves from black Americans, like this protect black immigrants. Instead of them saying, hey, just flat out protect black people, you are separating yourselves from black Americans who are also fighting for protection. But basically you are saying, hey, protect us over them because we will kiss your butts. You know, it's amazing that the stereotypes that these black immigrants have towards black Americans is crazy, and they base these stereotypes on movies, which is also crazy because everyone knows these movies are fiction, it's not real. That is crazy. I mean, suppose black people in America were petty like that, because I can remember oh so well as a kid watching these episodes of Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle in Africa. A white man in Africa communicating with the animals. And the Africans have been there all along. They can't communicate with the animals and control the animals. One white man controlling the whole African jungle, while the natives are sitting there all buck-eyed, running around in fear. Now suppose we follow that stereotype off of a movie and say, hey, all you Africans are scary. One white man can come over and can take over the whole of Africa, which seems to be true. And another thing about stereotypes, suppose we go off these images that America always show of Africa, of little children starving, big bellies hungry, flies all around their mouth and eyes. Suppose we believe all those images, although that we know that what are happening to these children that are starving is because of war, and we understand that. But you pretend to not understand that what we black people here in America are going through is also because of war. But you pretend to not understand that. You want to talk about how we don't take care of our wives and children. Well, look how the women and children in Africa are living, starving, being raped, sold into slavery. While you're talking about us, hey man, take a look at yourselves. You can't run over here and pretend as if it didn't happen. And you can't pretend as if that you didn't flee. Suppose we say, hey man, that's how all Africans are. Just a bunch of scary, fleeing folks. But we know better than that. Because some of you people over here, we know that you can't go back to Africa. If you would get that, what they call it, the necktie, neck lacing. Yeah, neck lacing. Well, somebody might accuse you of doing something wrong or siding with the enemy. They grab you and force this tie around you over your shoulders, fill it with gasoline and set it on fire. That is not how we solve problems here in America. But we don't go off of stereotypes. We know that there are idiots in the world, all over the world. We try to talk about black Americans. I mean, just think about it. White people have to come over there and hand feed your children. That doesn't happen here in America. Nope, you cannot compare yourself to black Americans who were sold into slavery by your people, your ancestors, who had to endure slavery, the beatings and lynchings and killings, who had to endure the cotton fields, work from sunup to sundown, bring the cotton back to the plantation, clean it, bale it. You people have never had to go through that. You never had to go through Jim Crow. You never had to go through this, hey, white only, black only area. But black people fought against that and made it to where all black people can enter into these areas, which allow you to come over here to America and to live like you're living. That's why sometimes I'm against helping people, because when you help people sometimes, they show their ass when they get up, which is exactly what you black immigrants are doing. Black people over here in America, we made the black Americans here in America made it possible for you to come over here to America and prosper. And when you get over here, you show you behind. Now you want to act like you all that. When hey man, you are not all that. That's another thing tripping about you black immigrants. You want to talk all proper, trying to pretend as if you're having an intelligent discussion. But hey man, we can hear the ignorance that come out of your brains from the things that you say and from the questions that you ask. I mean, you black immigrants, maybe you don't know because you haven't been here. But now that you are here, one thing that you are going to find out, and I think it's going to be the hard way, is that you don't go against black power.